Well, hey there, YouTube. I was sitting at my desk contemplating what I was going to do, and I came across something in one of my little old boxes. And there is some placer gold. I think it was about, I don't know, 1.75 grams. And this gold came from the LDMA Properties. A little bit of it came from the Loud Mine in Georgia, and a little bit of it came from the South Carolina Oconee property, and a little bit came from Vane Mountain. And being that I have never tried to process any placer gold, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'll take this outside and make me some aqua regia, because the gold from our area is pretty clean, so I don't think I have to worry about too much silver. And I think we'll just dissolve this up and see what we get. So that's going to be our little project today. So we'll get back with you in just a bit. Okay, so here we are out back, and here's our little bottle of gold. It actually weighed 1.91 grams. So let me get our AR set up, and we'll pour this in, and we'll just let it do its thing and see what we get. I'll get back with you when I'm set up. Alright, well, we're back. I've put our gold in that little 100 ml beaker. See it down in there, and I've got about 20 mils of hydrochloric acid on it, and we are going to get ready to add our nitric acid and just let this go and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to put a couple of pipettes of nitric in there now. Just going to let that go, put it up here on the shelf. It's already turning a pretty yellow, and we'll just let that go. Alright, well, our little bit of gold is just about completely dissolved. There's quite a bit of residue in the bottom in there. I felt it. It feels like little bits of quartz or rock that were probably attached to the gold. So I'm going to just let this sit out here for a while. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off and just let it sit, and we'll get back to it in a bit. Okay, well, I don't see any more reaction going on. And I see some stuff in here, but it looks like black sand, and I don't know if it's a little bit of rock or quartz or whatever. I know there was a few of those little pieces that had some quartz on them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and cover this, and I'm going to set it on my shelf and just leave it overnight, and we will come back to it tomorrow just to make sure. Alright, so we started with 1.91 grams that was in that little bottle. Looks to me like there's probably maybe a half a gram of junk in there that was either attached to the gold or whatever. But anyway, so we'll come back to this tomorrow and see what we end up getting out of it. Alrighty, it's the next morning. And as you can see, it looks the same as it did last night. It's been rainy and humid and whatever. And in any case, here's our fluid that I let sit overnight. Looks good, nothing else, there's no more reaction, nothing else is dissolved, so we're going to go ahead and get our little filter set up and go ahead and filter this off, and then we'll do a drop. Okay, we got our filter set up. We're going to go ahead and get our beautiful little golden juice, and we'll go ahead and filter this off. Boy, it's thick. It's almost like a light syrup. I guess that means a lot of gold. Okay, so we'll let that filter off, and I will get back to you in a few minutes. Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're just denoxing this with a little bit of urea. It's not going to take that much because I didn't really use that much nitric. But we'll go ahead and do that so we don't get a reaction. Okay, we're not getting any more reaction. Go ahead and place that down. I don't know why I did that. I didn't have to. I'm fixing to use it again. And anyway, we're going to go ahead and do our drop and see what we get out of our placer gold. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, looks like we're going to have a nice little drop of gold there. So now comes the resting time. We'll let her sit till tomorrow and then see what we ended up with. Okay, we're back. I just wanted to show you real quick what we ended up getting. That is our gold powder. So what we are going to do is we're going to rinse this several times, and then we're going to dry it out and weigh it and see what we ended up with. So we're almost there. Okay, so here's what we've been waiting for. We ended up with 1.9, or we started with 1.91 grams of placer gold. We ended up with 1.51 grams of pure gold powder. Get it over here, maybe you can see it a little better. And we ended up with 0.18 grams of pure silver quartz. So that's our total of 1.91 grams. I guess it worked out pretty good. Our little bitty byproduct of silver. I don't know if you can see that. I ended up melting that down. I didn't go through all that process with you. I just saw it there, so I wanted to go ahead and do it. But there it is. So that finishes up this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was a little bit different for me to do. It's the first time. So like, subscribe, and share, comment. Anyway, we'll get back with you with another video pretty soon. Take care.